Yeah, and Natasha's my daughter, so obviously they need to call fucking CPS. Yeah, they do call me the comedy mom, which means I'm getting close to 40 kids. Anybody can beat that number? Anybody can beat that number? Ugh, and they're all psychos, which is a nightmare. It's just a fucking nightmare. And then, my day job, I run a warehouse full of felons. Not much difference, I gotta tell you right now. Not much difference right now. But that was interesting. Like they kick off. They start having fights. Like fights. They forget they're not on the yard anymore, and I have to jump in. And one of them, my favorite felon, he's just a sweet, precious little puddin'. 6'3", 300 pounds, 2 teardrop tattoos. I had to break up a fight, and I was like, "That's it. Settle down, God damn it." And he came up to apologize. He said, "I'm sorry, a lot of us were raised with not appropriate father figures, and we just do not know how to behave in public." And I was like, "Fine, I don't care, you have me now." Guess what all the fuckers call me now? Daddy. So apparently I'm mommy and daddy. Does that make me transparent? Oh, I know. No, let's be honest. It makes me more biparental, I guess. I don't know. But it is fucking weird. Do I have any veteran parents in the audience? Like, have an adult child? Really? Oh, I see one hand. Oh my God. Should we ruin their lives? Should we ruin their lives? Because so many people have little children, they're like, well, at least they're adults. Guess what? It doesn't fucking stop. It doesn't fucking stop until you die. That's when you get fucking gray hair. Oh my God, it does not fucking stop. And then I'm in this fun little sweet zone where I have adult children and senior parents, which means life does weird shit to you. Very recent development in my life. I was terrified at first. My adult autistic son moved in with my mother with Alzheimer's and my dad with severe anxiety. AAA household is what I called it. But it was magical. It was like those fucking anime movies where the three of them assembled to make one fully functioning adult. It was fucking amazing. It was magical. I loved it. It was like, Alzheimer's and autism go great together. Because they both want a monologue. They want to talk about the same thing over and over and over again. Not good for the one with anxiety. I'll tell you that right now. You get these late night phone calls. They're going to drive me nuts. Dad, just put on your headphones, okay? It's good. Put on your headphones. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. How about divorced parents? We got divorced parents? Woo! That is an appropriate response, motherfucker. That is an appropriate response. Good Lord. I was never planned to be a mother in the first place, let alone a single mother. It was a big shock. He just packed up and left and whatever. Anybody else hate the Mormons? Come on, that's the Idaho sport. Jesus Christ, BSU hate the Mormons. Jesus Christ, get on board. Well, if you didn't hate the Mormons before, what about that fucking Pornhub ban? What the fuck? No warning. It was just one day I went to go to my personal jackatorium and relax. And there's this bitch telling me I need to scan my fucking ID to beat off? Are you shitting me? I was raised very redneck Idaho. They don't need to see my ID for shit, okay? They don't need to see. If they're lucky, they'll see my concealed carry thing, and that's it. God damn it! but they want to see my ID so I can beat off. Dude, there was damn near a really uncomfortable visit to the Verizon store. Hey, little boy. Come here. Make the naked people come back on my phone. Because Nana's got a nut, okay? And I don't care what the state of Idaho says. This is in fact for the safety of the children, okay? Because there's a lot of them at my house, and I need to fucking unwind a little bit. Just a two-finger tango, bro. Hey, all gray-haired people have weird aphorisms. My favorite is an O a day keeps the murder away, okay? And I don't get around. I don't fuck, and because it's, men is my preferred way to get there. And as beautiful and lovely and wonderful as you are, ew. You're just kind of gross, You're just kind of gross. I mean, there's at least one sweet vanilla bean in here that's like, not me, I always ask for consent, I always make sure they count. Yes, even you. Even you, ladies, let's holler out. What do they always ask for when you do that thing that they always want, that special thing that, if you gag and put on mascara, they really like it. You know what I'm talking about. What do they always ask for? Look me in the eye. Oh, really? Really? First of all, have a figure that supports that request. And most of y'all, like, what am I supposed to do? Lollipop and gopher? Lollipop and gopher? Are you getting there, baby? Are you getting there? Are you gonna come? Are you gonna come? I'm just getting a backache, you piece of shit. And even if they have the figure to support what they want, do any of you service yourself in front of a mirror? No! Because you know deep down in your soul exactly what you're gonna see. And here's the fact. Every fucking one of you look like a gorilla failing a calculus exam right before you come. Don't make me laugh with your dick in my mouth. That's an uncomfortable moment for everyone involved. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm happy alone. I'm happy alone. You know what I hold up as proof? I'm over 50, I'm divorced, and I own what? 0 cats. Unlike my good friend Eric, he's obviously not as happy as he leads on. Somebody give him the suicide prevention hotline number. Because I swear to God, every time a divorced woman over 50 goes, I'm gonna die alone, a cat appears in her yard, okay? It's just a fact of life. Or at least I thought. I was hanging on the couch with my teenage daughter, and she was being unusually sweet. I don't know if you're familiar with teenage girls, they're typically cunts. And I said, hey baby, and she said, hey mom, I love you. And like an idiot, I asked why. She said, because you feed me and you put a roof over my head. And I went, oh, fuck. She's just a big cat. Jesus. Maybe I'm not as happy as I thought. Shit. And the son, having a son is a game changer for women. It will ruin you if you end up being, if you have a boy child, stay with your man. Stay with your man. Because once you get single, and guys are just so, you don't understand the dick thing until you have a boy. And you, as soon as they can find it, it's their universe. It's everything. It's everything. And then you're like, I'm starting to understand shit now a little bit. So I was doing the basics of sex ed with my son. He was like 3 years old. It started because he would do this thing. I've seen a lot of toddler boys do it in the bath. He would twist his thing like 9 times and then let it go and it would spin. And he would go, the way some of you dudes are laughing, you still do it. I can tell. I didn't know about penises. I was like, whoa, son, you might want to do something else with that later in life. You don't want to break it. But he was doing that, and I was like, stop. And I was like, okay, what is that? And he's like, my penis! And I was like, that's right. Because you're what? A boy! And I was like, right! Mama is what? A girl. Because of why? No penis. No, son, girls have a vagina. That's what makes them a girl. So let's try this again. What is that, son? My penis! Right, because you're a boy! Right. And mama is what? Girl. Why? No penis. Because I have a vagina. One more time, son. Let's try this and maybe you'll get it this time. What is that? My penis! Right. Because you're what? Boy! Right. And mom is a girl because she has what? And he was quiet. I was like, come on. Mom has something that boys don't have. And he goes, boobies? That's a boy for you. But then if you end up single, these guys come prancing in with that same attitude. Aha! Penis! Adult men, they will run up on you. Penis! Like they brought you a fucking gift. And you have no choice but to be like, I made one of those. Not as impressive as it used to be. And I understand it's the center of your universe, but it is still ridiculous looking. Ridiculous looking. Have you ever seen a man run naked? Oh, I can one up that. Have you ever seen a man run naked with a boner? One time in my life. It was the most majestic and ridiculous thing I have ever seen in my life. This hippie party got busted. He was shagging some weird, they were on ketamine, I'm certain of it. And we're not talking like a light jog. Like we've all seen our man like do the across the room and do the dung dung, and you're trying not to laugh because it'll ruin the moment. This guy was a full sprint. And the slap. Dude, I did not know that an erect penis could bend all the way back and snap all the way forward. And I gotta tell you, I really want to see it one more time before I die. Kind of low-key a pervert. Maybe I need more therapy. I don't know. But, you know, when a mom needs a break, what do we do? We call the girlfriend. We don't, yes, well, that's true. Okay, sis, don't even get me started. I started with, even when they're adult, it doesn't end. You never get a break. You're put, like they talk about, worried about blowing your puss out. What about blowing your life out, okay? Because you never get a break again. No. You get a couple hours and you go to lunch with some girlfriend. Lunch. We do love a good lunch, don't we? I don't know why. Get hot goss and a mimosa in the middle of the day. Oh my God. Talking about how shitty your kids are and how your husband like still doesn't know how to wipe his ass. There's always skid marks in his drawers. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna buy a bidet, I swear to God. Sorry, I'm tired of this bullshit. I thought I was having one of those lunches. One of those lunches where I can unload and relax and have a good time. But it went south very quickly. Very quickly. This gal looks at me and she says, Tanya, you are over 50. Getting a little old to get by on your natural good looks. Have you considered wearing more makeup? Oh, the brass balls on this bitch! Who in the fuck does she think she is? I had no choice but to look her dead in the eye and go, fuck you, Mom! They get so lippy in their 70s, it's ridiculous! You have to check them hard and remind them who's picking out the fucking nursing home! God damn! And I did have a wonderful Mother's Day with my mother in memory care. My name is Tanya Cope, but my birthday short name is Tanya. You have a good night, all my new friends.